It's week 2 of the National Football League, and our focus is on the Lions' Offensive Player of the Year. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Lions and the Chiefs, and it's coming
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. So glad y'all could join us for this game. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt on the call for it, and we're expecting quite a bit of offensive gamesmanship, partner. Some veteran savvy out there. Both of our starting quarterbacks have spent quite a long time in this league, and they've got plenty of experience to show for it.
Yeah, I like the way you say that right there. Gamesmanship and veteran savvy. Father Time, he chases down these skill guys. It's a game that's getting younger and younger, right? Because, well, it's hard to be as fast as you've been when you were a rookie. But as a quarterback, you've got to use your years of experience. Both these guys have to play this game.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Might just be a little late to get the ground game going, opening up this game with back-to-back passes, but when you come out of the gate slow and you put yourself behind the sticks, you really don't get in that rhythm you want to find early.
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right back to Pacheco. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you, but you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. So the Lions headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Goff on 1st and 10. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but
Automatic first
we knew the
down.
outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing again, it's Goff. Pass caught by the rookie from Arkansas. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the gun, Goff. Hauled in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And that will set up first and goal. Here's Brooks. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings to second and goal at the Chiefs 7-yard line.
Throwing is gone. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the 36. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking out that last touchdown.
Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up 2nd down. A give to Brooks, running right. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Lee McNeil in on the tackle. No gain on that play, and this is how we'll end the first quarter. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They start out 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Pistol now for Mahomes. It is caught left side. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. This is Brooks heading left. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Still finding room past the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down throw from Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Goff back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a short gain. So a tough spot now. This is Goff to the air now. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll get this one to Brooks. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys. Backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
St. Brown's got it, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
A 3rd down run with Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he gets this forward to the 19. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Lions in possession. Dime coverage from the Chiefs on this 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. Goff now, 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. On 1st down, it's Goff. Cut out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Hits him on the out route. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap here to go. He's got a man left. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. Lions making the call for their field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Chiefs taking over now, real late in this opening half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Throwing on first down, Mahomes finds him over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Here's 2nd and 2. No place to go, so he just threw it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to the air, Mahomes. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to throw it. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 35-21, the final score. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. J.J. McCarthy, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit
Lions
lead.
have it all set as they send this one downfield. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Are they going to run him down? He took it all the way. Touchdown. Oh, baby, what a return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to within 6. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Called in left side. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 50-yard line.
Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First down throw from Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL. And especially in the second half, you have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It is caught left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Here's Mahomes now. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 27. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. Buying some time left. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Play action, Mahomes. Has his man, it's Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run, Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Lions 13.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Tight end reels in the shallow throw.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Goff on 3rd. Caught for big yards on the right side. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 3rd quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a two-point conversion.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. This return starts at the 5. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Oh, put some heat on this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut it to 1 late in the third. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Goff on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. St. Brown there to bring it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down. From the gun, Goff. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Off play action, Goff. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing again, it's Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And this is away, wisely headed for the sideline to avoid that return. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw Mahomes. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Finds his fullback. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to the air, Mahomes. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st down throw from Goff. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions take a 4th quarter lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Man in motion here. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't the linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Setting up to pass. Pass complete to Wiley. And he gets this forward to the 19. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here he is to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now to throw. Wiley hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.